Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. College football week 2 officially here. We got to talk about last minute, almost last minute. I mean, it's a night game, but officially going to Tuscaloosa for my first game with mom and dad today. We will make a really cool video. I'm going to try to keep them in the video at a limit, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun time. Definitely want to get a cool video for you guys. But we got to talk about some of these games this morning before anyone else goes live. And I won't be on here too long, maybe give it 30 minutes, 45 minutes or so. There's a lot of different games to watch. 3 of them are noon games, 11 a.m. kickoffs, Central Time, of course. And obviously, if you follow college football closely, you would know that one of them is Texas at Michigan, which is the start of the home and home for the Texas Longhorns and the Michigan Wolverines. In one quick second, I got to plug this computer in real quick. I didn't think about that. Let's see. Right there. All right. So, yeah, we got a couple people watching right now, but I'm not really gonna drop the link. I just wanted to come on for a little bit just because I'm off work, but because I'm going to a game, I won't really be live later on for any football games. But I did want to come on and talk a little bit of week 2 with you guys as we get kicked off this morning. Got some coffee poured and went ahead and made some for the family. But yeah, obviously you got a couple different games you could go with today. And a lot of really interesting ones at noon. I mean, look at this noon slate real quick. Let me pull this up. Uh, this is Saturday, September 7th, 2024. Not quite 6 o'clock here in Alabama. Well, we're going to pull up the schedule real quick for today, what we're messing with. Wow, Indiana was 77 points last night. Duke, I don't want this. Come on. Why does it only does this on ESPN.com? What is this? Hold on. I had to get out of that. It's all these spam, you've won something type of deals here. stupid. Just being honest. So here, here we go with the schedule. So last night we had some interesting games. I got to go back and watch some highlights. I did not see them because I was doing radio stuff. We had a football game. Duke won in double OT, 26-20. That was the game of the night for sure. BYU 18-15. Indiana with 77 points over Western Illinois. Explosive. That's pretty good. A lot of points of that Indiana game, and then the other two defensive type of games there. But the noon slate, I am keeping a big eye on because of Texas and Michigan. Texas goes to Michigan. Michigan could win at home and pull an upset. It's very possible. I don't want to say likely, but it's very possible that Sharon Moore, here in year one as the head coach replacing Harbaugh, could get a victory over the Longhorns and Sarkisian and Quinn Ewers and Isaiah Bond and company. Penn State on the Big Ten Network, they host Bowling Green. Oklahoma State hosting Arkansas. Made a video about that the other day, at least clipped my thoughts on the game, called it Stillwater Hogs. Going to Stillwater, tickets as low as $100. That game more expensive than even Georgia Tech and Syracuse. I would think that one might capture a little bit more attention. But I guess when you play Power 4, and it's non-conference, you probably want to go to that a little bit more. Obviously, the most expensive game to go to today, if you're getting last-minute tickets and a flight, would be to go to Ann Arbor for that Texas game against Michigan. So, what's up, Daniel Barry? I see you in the comments, buddy. Good to see you, man. Love you. Appreciate you always showing up. Pitt and Cincinnati. I was looking that up the other day, and I don't know the name of it, but they play a lot. And I want to say it's not. It might not be as big for Pittsburgh as maybe West Virginia in the backyard brawl, but that don't they play Cincinnati on a regular? I want to say it's like every other year or so. This one in Cincinnati at 11 a.m. today. Troy and Memphis could be good. UConn, they don't really have too much of an opponent there. Georgia, they play at 1 on ESPN Plus against Tennessee Tech. They'll blow them out. Baylor, Utah is your go-to 2:30 game unless you want to tune into ESPN2 to watch the Tigers take on the California Bears. South Carolina, Kentucky could be a good one from Kroger Field on ABC. Washington, Eastern Michigan, Maryland, Michigan State. So let me give you my lineup if I'm watching games this morning. Obviously, if I had to pick one for each time slot, I'm taking Michigan, Texas at 11. For 2:30, my go-to personally would be that Baylor-Utah game. And there's a couple good ones to choose from, but I would go Baylor-Utah. Any 5 o'clock or 5:30 games, we'll skip that time slot, but I am curious on Miami, how they would look this week. Obviously, going to the Alabama game tonight. So let's say if I had to pick a game outside of that one for the 6 o'clock or whatever, or 6:30 even, I would go NC State, Tennessee. That's the game of the night tonight. Until we get to, I mean, Boise State, Oregon could be interesting at late at night. But I think before I look, Arizona State, Mississippi State tonight. Let me see. Yes, that is the game of the night in Tempe, Arizona. In the desert, the Bulldogs of Mississippi State travel there. Also want to keep an eye on Oregon State, San Diego State. Could be good. USC, Utah State. Don't sleep on Utah State. Also, don't sleep on USC, right? USC looked pretty good against LSU last week, but they had a sluggish start to the year last season with Caleb Williams. What they go, 7-5? I got to see if in the Big Ten this year, USC goes above and beyond. I got to see that. Millis, what's up, buddy? Roll Tide. Love you, bro. Good to see you, man. I gotta see if USC goes above and beyond. But yeah, I don't. Again, I'm just kind of blind picking these for like time slots. Like if it were up to me to stream today, I would do Texas, Michigan. What else did I pick here? Let's go to the 2:30. Uh, Baylor, Utah would probably be my go-to at 2:30. And there's again like Michigan State, Maryland would be good. South Carolina, Kentucky's always great. Uh, Alabama, USF tonight. But the go-to night game for me is Tennessee at NC State and Charlotte. That or Colorado, Nebraska. You also got App State going to Clemson. Now Clemson loses that, they're 0-2, which I know a lot of people would love to laugh at that, but then you start questioning Dabo Swinney. I could understand the loss to Georgia. Georgia's going to be dominant. They're going to be great this year. Don't be surprised if they win it all, right? But at the same time, Clemson, you got to win this game against App State. And don't think that Clemson's just going to walk into this game and it be okay. They got an 82% chance to win, 16.5-point favorites. But, it's App State. App State plays teams really, really good. App State pulls upsets really, really well. So, the Tigers could win. It'd be cool to see them bounce back. It'd also be cool to point and laugh at somebody today. Millis says App State ain't scared of Clemson. They ain't scared. What's that word? Scared? They ain't scared. I know they're not. Didn't they have remember Chase Bryce? Does anyone remember that name? He was at Clemson. He went to App State. Don't tell me that kid's still playing in college. I mean, if he is, I hope he's doing great. I don't know where he's at right now. I know he didn't get drafted. He went to a third school somewhere in the Power Five. I can't remember exactly where Chase Bryce went. He was at App State, though. I think actually he went back possibly to the ACC, kind of like DJ did to Florida State. But I got to look this up. Chase Bryce. He was I think he was a 5-star too. Let me see. So he's in the Canadian Football League for the BC Lions. Well, that's right. That's right. So he was at Clemson to start, won the championship that year behind Trevor Lawrence. He played at App State. He was also at Duke. That's where he went. So he did go back to the ACC. I thought so. That sounded right. No, it wasn't Ohio State. It was Duke. That's who I was thinking of, Millis. Unless you're asking about Ohio State. Okay, why is it doing this? It's literally just ESPN. It's just ESPN. What in the world is going on here that it's saying it's suspicious activity? Probably because I'm screen sharing. Maybe we'll turn the screen share off. Maybe it'll help. Nope, it's pulling up Spectrum customers. It says, congratulations, you are one of the 100 users we have selected. You could receive an Apple iPhone 15 Pro, Samsung Galaxy S23. No, no. Now it's pulling up Amazon stuff. What is happening with ESPN? If we go to CBS Sports here, let's see if it's something on my end. I apologize, and I don't know what to do. If it's something on ESPN, they got to fix that. They got to fix that. Let's just look at CBS Sports and what they got. Akron and Rutgers could be good. That's at noon on the Big Ten Network. I mentioned going to Stillwater for Arkansas. I hope Arkansas wins that game. Not even just saying that for the SEC. I love Sam Pittman, but he needs a signature win at some point. He really does. He's had some good SEC wins, not going to lie, and he's played some teams close. But think if he could early on go on the road and play Oklahoma State. I don't think it's going to happen. I would take Oklahoma State in this game. We talked a little bit about it the other day. That's a noon game at Boone Pickens Stadium, right? The Hogs need the win more, but Oklahoma State's knocking on the door of a Big 12 title and possibly the playoff if they could get there. Uh, Kansas State Tulane could be good. That's at Tulane. Texas at Michigan. We mentioned some of these games here. Uh, Duquesne and Boston College. Not sure what to make of that. But Iowa State, Iowa's today. I forget that's always week. Is that always week 2? I believe the Cyhawk battle. Anyway, that's probably your go-to 3:30 game on CBS to watch in that time slot. It depends on how you view it. I would watch that or Michigan State, Maryland. A couple good games today early on. Rivalry games, in conference, home and home style. Yeah. Marshall, Virginia Tech could be good. Don't sleep on Marshall. I remember they got Notre Dame a few years ago in Marcus Freeman's first year when he took over for Brian Kelly. Of course, he struggled. Um, and again, at night, the Alabama game tonight, obviously, as a fan, that's what I'm going to and going to pay attention to being at the game. But are there any games that could distract me from it? Not really. I mean, I look at that UAB game against UL Monroe. I hope UAB does very well tonight. At 7:30, you got Colorado, Nebraska. That's distracting. Tennessee, NC State, distracting. That might be it. Later on in the night, Boise State and Oregon. Going to be on Peacock at 10. And then at 11 on the Big Ten Network, USC, Utah State. But that should be on after every primetime game. Uh, you'll get the, I guess we could call it the Big Ten after dark now for teams like the Trojans playing that late. You still got the Pac-12 at dark after dark. Oregon State playing at 10:30. San Diego State. Now that could be good. That could be good. I gotta check this game out real quick, actually. San Diego State. Let me see what their record is. Oregon State's 1-0. San Diego State. Looks like they're 1-0 too. They beat Texas A&M Commerce last weekend, 45-14. Pretty big win there. They go to Cal next week. They get a bye week. They go to Central Michigan. They have Hawaii at home on the 5th. Wyoming on the road, Washington State at Boise State, New Mexico, UNLV, Utah Air Force. They got an interesting, tough schedule there for the Aztecs. I think they'll make a bowl game. Might they be a group of 5 champion, though, if they run that table a little bit? Could they win out? I doubt it. They're in the Mountain West. Uh, but again, I mean, could they run that table and be the highest ranked group of 5 champion later on? Might they get a playoff bid? They're good in men's basketball. Remember, they made a Final Four trip 2 years ago or year before last season. They made it. to the title. Y'all do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Love and appreciate you guys for tuning in this morning. We got 3 watching right now, at least what it says on StreamYard. So I appreciate that. Um, by the way, if you missed the prediction, go back on the channel, watch Tidal Wave Talk from yesterday. We break down the USF game. We'll do Wisconsin next week, next Friday premiere. I'll record it maybe, I don't know, Tuesday or something. But 41-17, Alabama is 2-0 against the South Florida Bulls. 41-17 is my score prediction. I think they could win pretty big tonight. And again, they shut down Western Kentucky. I don't think Alabama, though. Here's the thing: I don't think they go into every game and shut down offenses. There's going to be some trouble out there. I think the Bulls are one of them. Even though I got them in a blowout, 17 points, you give up that much plus. You say, well, there's things we could do better defensively. I don't care what you score on offense. If you give up 17 or more points in a game, no matter who the opponent is, you're sitting there after that game and you say, you know what? Uh, we got to work on some stuff. and I'm sure they even said that in the pressers this week. Even Kalen DeBoer came out and said, look, we got things to improve on. Job's not done yet. So, uh, yeah. Early morning, lots of college football YouTubers are night owls. Yeah, I don't blame them though. I'm a night owl sometimes, but I came home from the football game last night that I called, and I crashed, bro. I just went to bed. I'm like, but now I'm up. I'm ready to go. I feel energized to just watch some college football today, and I just like, man, I'm so pumped for this season. I was worried about it because of all the changes, but I've learned this off season to just accept it and embrace the change to the point that you look at this as maybe it is for the better. Because how many times have we seen college football change? Think of the BCS to college football playoff era. Think about the transfer portal. Think about the way offenses and defenses have adapted and changed over time, from wishbone to triple option to play action, deep pass now, and RPO, and just it's changed. But the way in which college football is changing today is a way it hasn't changed in a super long time. You have a 12-team playoff, you're paying players, uh, you have NIL and everything. So you have all of this to the point that you almost don't know, like it's changing in ways that maybe we didn't expect it to be. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if someone had predicted this long ago. I really would not be surprised. I didn't see this coming though. What do you mean, Millis? Do I have a link? I'd love to hear you do in-game commentary. So if you're talking about today's game, um, I won't do that. I'm gonna make a vlog, like a video for the game. Get some game footage of me. I don't know, get concessions, something. Give an analysis later on. Just make a really cool video. I just want to enjoy it with my parents too. Um, I get that you're not trolling. I'm probably not. I'll save the commentary. I So Millis, I could get you that link though to the radio station. In fact, everyone go save this. They have um good country music throughout the week, a couple different shows for WKUL and Coleman. But here's that radio station link. Now, here's what you do 7 o'clock Central Time on Friday nights. I'm calling a game with my partner on the Sports Extra station. Oh, referring to commentary. So I just dropped the link for the radio station, Millis. If you want to click on that and save it, that would be great. They should have an app. Um, yeah, yeah, no problem, buddy. Yeah, just save that. We got a lot of great things going on over there. So on Friday nights, we could get like three, I think, maybe four different high school football games on a Friday night, at least within a 24-hour period. I know one of the teams does Thursday night broadcast, and then we have like three on Friday. And I call one with my partner. Then we have another broadcast crew, and um, so coffee break. Hold on. Yeah. All right. So next week, we will have a night stream next Saturday. I think I want to do the Virginia Maryland game. And I know you're thinking of Virginia Maryland. Come on. Old ACC foes, though. I give them credit. And they've met a ton, a ton. Maryland won the game last year 42-14. I'll mention all this in the pregame. But Maryland also leads that series. It is uh, kind of close. I mean, it's 45-32 in favor of the Terps. So there's like uh, I guess, 13 game difference, and it's at Virginia. At Virginia. So, yeah. So we'll be live for that. No game stream tonight, though. But we'll try to get back to doing primetime streams. And then in October, we're going to have a day, which I got approved off. But I want to have like a college football marathon in October. And I think I want to do that on the 19th. I don't have anything scheduled for the games yet, but definitely want to try to get the watch hours up, get some practice in for color commentary, and we can we really just hang out a little bit because I miss talking with you guys. And as important as it is to go to work and everything, it's just one of those things that you need a day off every once in a while, and you just need to hang out with some friends, talk some ball. So in October, we'll have a day for that. Um, Let me pull up that schedule, and I think we're still waiting on time slots, but this is what that schedule is going to look like for October 19th, 18th. Let me do that real quick. Let me see. Week 8. So Georgia, Texas, Alabama, Tennessee, Notre Dame, Georgia Tech, Clemson, Virginia could be interesting. Iowa, Michigan State. There's a lot of great games. Stop doing that on ESPN. Stop it. What is this? Anyway. Yeah. It's gonna be a long day. I can't believe I woke up this early. I probably could have slept in, but I'm too excited for some football action. I'm really, really excited. And we're gonna try to get there for the Saban ceremony and everything because they're having a ceremony. It is officially Saban Field at Bryant Denny Stadium, which I know there might be one or two out there. Not a majority, though. Not a majority. In fact, the majority is like, bring it on. Honor Nick Saban in a good way. And that's the best way to do it, right? But I know there's that one Bama fan out there like, bless God, man, it's always been BDS, and that's all it's ever been. Yeah, heck, there's probably a Bama fan out there right now crying because we're not playing at Legion Field anymore with Auburn. Toughen up, Buttercup. Times change in college football. You either love the sport or you hate it. I love the sport so much, I'm gonna just learn to accept things. I think it's great that they're naming it after uh, Nick Saban. Millis says, "I hope we get there in time for that." Yeah, Millis, I remember when we went in 2022, and I'm not saying this to dog or anything. I wish we had time for like pregame stuff. We got there early, but not early. Like we didn't really tailgate or anything. But I know with you, me, and X Wing, and your son, of course, we just kind of we got our ticket scanned. We had passed by a table or two, and we got those bags, and we walked into the stadium. But for a first time going to a game, it was amazing, sir. And I love and appreciate you for taking me. But today is going to be even more special because my parents raised me on Bama football. It'll be my first game with mom and dad, and just they want to be there and let me. They want to experience everything, have me experience everything. I got to experience some great stuff at A Day, but it still kind of stunk because I was trying to find Ramma Jamma Taylor the whole time. We were supposed to meet up. We met at the Slobs in March, and then I just like I'm like, "Where are you at?" He's like, "Well, I'm over here." Okay, cool. I'll go meet you by the Saban statue or wherever. We were gonna meet at the Saban statue at first. Then we were gonna meet at the baseball stadium. Well, I pull up and I park by the baseball stadium, drop a pin for my car, or I was supposed to, but I didn't. And so I park my car. I call Ramma Jamma Taylor, "Hey, buddy, I'm here." He's like, "Cool, man. I'm close." All right. He was watching these kids, chasing them around all day, is what he said. And I believe him, um, but like he was saying where he was, and I would go there. Then he said he moved and had to walk away, and like all this. It was like a game of Where's Waldo. I'm like, what in the world, dude? Come on now. And catch up on these comments. We got a couple people watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Love you guys. We'll be on here for a couple more minutes. How we get there in time for that? So BDS just named the field. We got there at the perfect time. Free parking, nice walk down Paul Bryant Boulevard and Dreamland Barbecue. Nice. Son still has a shirt. How's your son doing, Millis? Because he went with the game. Millis, what'd you call him? Millis Junior Junior. Hope he's doing good, man. Yeah, that TV lady had a crush on me. Millis, you're a stud, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, he's doing great. Good, good. Yeah, yeah. We need to go. You, me, and X need to get together and go to a game again. We should hit up, dude. Millis. I got the perfect setup for next year. So I'm going this year to USF at Auburn. I've always wanted to go to the third Saturday. That's at Bryant Denny next year. That would be awesome. Other games on my radar, I'd love to get down to Athens for a game and meet some of the Georgia people in the community. Alabama has to go to Athens. Wisconsin's at home. Let's pull up their 25 schedule. Not predicting, but just kind of seeing what's on the radar for what games we could go to. Oh, so your son's going to be there today and your daughter. Okay. Clemson fan, but I think tonight we'll convert her. Hey, let her pick her team, man. Let her cheer for who she's going to cheer for, but you do your best, man. Let's grow the Crimson Tide community for sure. Um Oh, that's right. We opened with Florida State. My mom was texting me yesterday, like before she got to the house. She was like, "We're trying to go to that Florida State game next year." I'm like, "Heck yeah, dude! I'd love to go to that. That's at Doak Campbell." Well, I might be doing that. I don't think anything's set though. But the home games, Tennessee on the radar. Oklahoma, that'd be a heck of a game. The road games, I would love to get down to Auburn. I'd love to get to Sanford. I want to go to all the SEC stadiums. I hear that Columbia, South Carolina is not that good, but I don't care. Rooster, if you're out there listening, hit me up, bro. Let's go to Columbia sometime. Look, I'd love to visit all these SEC stadiums. It doesn't have to be a Bama game. It doesn't. It just, I mean, I'd love to check out Neyland. I'm not wearing that gaudy orange though. It's not happening. A blindside reference there. Just jumping off the Dabo bandwagon tonight. Yeah. LSU would be cool to go to at home or at Baton Rouge. Shout out to Goose Sports. Let's see what who's Auburn get next year. They host Alabama and they'll host Georgia. I want to see Auburn's 25 schedule. What is this? At Baylor. Ooh, to open the season. Man, Auburn can't catch a break with these home and homes and stuff. Ball State, South Alabama, and Mercer. Now their SEC slate: Alabama at home, Georgia at home, at Arkansas, Kentucky and Mizzou at home. That road schedule is going to be difficult. Vandy, A&M, Oklahoma, and Arkansas all on the road for the barn next year. Or Auburn, sorry. I know I'm used to joking about Auburn a little bit. We called them the barn in the community. I didn't. I apologize. I'm trying to be respectful of every team out there. I have grown on Auburn. I really have. I love Hugh Freeze. I love what he's doing. I love the culture. I think they got a lot of great talent, but I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do this year. The talent is there to win big time games. Could they go 10-2 and only drop Bama and Georgia? They could even win the Iron Bowl this year. And I only say that because of Kalen DeBoer. I don't know if he knows what he's getting into in that game. I hope I hope that Auburn loses that game because I'm going to it. I don't want my first Iron Bowl to be like a loss. But look at this road schedule. You can't catch a break if you're the Tigers at Georgia, bye week. I guess that's your break. But then back to back games with Missouri and Kentucky on the road. That's insane. Super allergic to all things orange. Clemson, Auburn, Tennessee makes my skin crawl, says Millis. Think about all the orange teams. Ew, yuck. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so pumped up for tonight, man. This is going to be great. This season is awesome so far. And I thought, look, you never really have a bad season with college football as a whole because there's always upsets and everything, and it gets better every year. But I am one of the ones that went into this season with conference realignment, and I'm just like, there's no way. There's no way we're going to get used to this. USC, Oregon in the Big Ten better get used to it. Why would you not want to see those teams play Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State down the road? Washington and UCLA too. Why would you not want that? I love it. I'm excited. Yeah, let's go. Anyway, I just wanted to check in this morning. I got a long day ahead of me. I'm not gonna go back to bed. I probably could, but I'm up. Like once I'm up, I'm up. Unless I'm laying in bed and I go like wake up. If as long as I don't move from my bed, I could go back to sleep. I don't know if anyone else out there is like that, but if it's like 4:30 in the morning and I'm just laying there, you give me 5 minutes. If I don't move, I'm falling back to sleep. But I'm sitting up. Look, this is me this morning. This is me. I'm just sitting here, you know. Um, so I'm up. I got coffee. I got. I'm gonna wear this. So I'll wear the jeans. I got this shirt here. I wore this for the Iron Bowl last year. This is a cool shirt. This might be one of my favorite Alabama shirts I own right now. This one right here. Let me turn. It's got this blur setting. Give me 1 second. Uh, you can see that. I don't know how to turn that blur off. It like blurs the background and stuff for the camera. I need to figure out how to fix that. Get ready, USF. The tide fixing to roll in to Tuscaloosa. We're gonna have some fun with this. I haven't even seen anything from USF on Twitter lately. Uh, and I'm not fixing to try to make fun or anything, but I am curious how USF fans traveling for this game and everything, how they feel. They got to feel a little bit of confidence considering it was only 14 points last year, 17-3. It was like 10-3. It was like one score for 3 quarters of the game, literally, and like even into that fourth quarter. And then Alabama scores late to really seal the game. But I think it'll be different just because I think Kalen DeBoer knows what he's doing offensively. I do expect a little bit of struggle from the defense, but not too much. Plus, you got Jalen Milroe. Now, look, I am not going to hop on the Milroe. I might hop on the Milroe for Heisman, but I'm not going to say that he's hands down the best quarterback in the country. I think you got to look at Quinn Ewers. You got to look at Carson Beck. You have to look at um, I don't know, give me some others. I like Drew Aller from Penn State, but I I don't know. He's just going to get better under DeBoer each week. Not I don't want to say in a way Saban couldn't. Like Saban did what he could, and Milroe improved greatly throughout the season after he was benched. When he came in that next week after USF, and I forget exactly who we played. I think it was our SEC opener, but he got better every single week despite a loss or two on that schedule, which the only loss really was Texas. He ran the table. He struggled in that Iron Bowl, a bad snap, but obviously we have the Gravedigger play to thank. And he beats Georgia. He wins the SEC, and then he stopped at the goal. Like, I mean, was anyone stopping Michigan? Plus, they cheated. I'm not saying it was that game, but you got to look at Michigan two ways, right? They were the best team last year, but they also got caught cheating. They didn't have. I don't think Michigan had to cheat to win the national title. I'm not going to say they were outright champs without cheating, but they were one of the best teams, and they were on a mission. Anyway, I don't. How did I get on this subject? I was talking. Oh, the USF game last year. If Milroe plays that game, I don't know what happens, but he's going to play tonight if he's healthy. And I know what's going to happen. Alabama's going to come in and be explosive on offense like they were last week. Defense gonna give up some points, but not too much, I don't think. I would be shocked if this is a close game. I really would. I could get going on the road, tough environments in Tampa, having a young QB and Tyler Buckner. I could get what happened last year. I understand. Not happy about it, but I get it. This year, it's gonna look a little bit different. Anyway, I've said enough. It's 6:32 Central Time, 7:32 in the Eastern Time Zone here at Ballard Sports Media. We're actually in Alabama, so we're in Central Time. Alabama, again, unless it's changed their favor by 31, I got them winning 41-17. I'm going to stick to that. And they're 2-0, I mentioned, against the Bulls all time. This is going to be a fun one. It's going to be fun to watch. Going to be a cool game. Want to see the temperature real quick in Tuscaloosa. I want to wear a gray T-shirt and then just a pair of jeans or something. But if it's really hot and humid, I might just, I don't know. 67 right now in Tuscaloosa. Look at this window. $67 right now. There is some fog. Oh no, not the 80s. It was only good for a decade. But 82. Games at 6, 81, and then it'll clear up to 75. Ah, I guess. Hopefully there's a breeze. I mean, it says 9 miles per hour wind, so there should be a small breeze, but I don't know. I just you wouldn't think it would get that high in September, but then again, we're in the peak the beginning points of September, and fall is still a couple weeks away. Like 2 weeks actually. Is it start on the 21st or 22nd this year? I don't know. I have no clue. What's up, Nate? How you doing, bud? Love you, man. Good to see you. We're fixing to end this. Good luck to your Wolverines playing Texas today, Nate. I don't know. I know Michigan, like I mentioned the cheating stuff last year. I'm over it. It's not like one of those things I'm never going to pull for Michigan again. I will always love Michigan in terms of they shut up the Buckeyes the last 3 years. They kind of did college football a favor with that, didn't they? I think so. Plus, Nate, I have a lot of love and respect for you, buddy. I hope your team does well today. I hope they pull an upset. But we'll see. We'll see. Anything's possible at the big house. Roll Tide, Millis. Love you, man. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here at 6:35. I got some stuff to do, and we got a game to get to tonight. Expect a really cool video next week, maybe Monday or Tuesday. Gonna work the next couple days to edit and get it ready. So I could even get it as early as today. I don't know, but or tomorrow. It won't be today. It'll be late when I get home. But either way, expect a really cool video, a vlog from the USF Alabama game in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The naming of Saban Field at Bryant Denny Stadium this afternoon. Looking forward to it. Going to hear from Coach Saban. Interesting that he'll be on game day and then catching a flight to get to Tuscaloosa for the ceremony. He's supposed to, at least. But looking forward to it. Love you guys. Have a good day. God bless. Jesus loves you. And we'll see you next time. Roll Tide. And until next time, Ballard Sports Media is checking out. We'll see you. Love y'all.